Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Olivia here at Olivia's Romantic Home. And in today's video, I am stepping out of my comfort zone and I'm going to share with you my DIY at-home hair, makeup, and nail routine. I do all of my hair cutting, hair dyeing, and nails at home. And this is a very highly requested video, and it's also a video I have been terrified to do. I am not a beauty guru. I do DIY Dollar Tree home decor projects on my channel. I love to decorate. I feel like I'm really great with a glue gun. And so to step outside my comfort zone and try to do a beauty video is a lot. So please be kind. Hoping to help one or two or three of you guys maybe do some nice things for yourself at home to feel a little bit more fabulous and a little bit more glamorous. This is what works for me. It may not work for you, but if I can help one of you all get glamorous on a budget, I think it's worth it. So let's get to it. So for my first at-home salon style beauty DIY, we are going to start out with some beautiful at-home salon nails. And I use the Kiss nails from Walmart. They come with everything that you need, including the glue. They're about $6.97 for 28 nails. And I get the real short length in the French tips. So to get started, I just take the little stick that it comes with and I push my cuticles back. After I push back my cuticles, I go in with some nail clippers and go ahead and trim down my nails. Then I take some nail polish remover and I just kind of clean the tops of my nails with the nail polish remover to make sure there's not any oil or anything like paint because of all my DIYs on my nails. It will help your nails stick on better. Once I have my nails all trimmed and clean, I go in and I find the correct size for each nail and I lay that out. That just helps me be ready once I start gluing my nails on. Now that I have all the perfect sizes for my nails, I'm going to use the nail glue provided with the Kiss nails, and I'm just going to go ahead and add about 2 to 3 drops of glue onto the center part of my nail. And then I'm going to take the fake nail and I'm just going to press it down for about 10 seconds. And that will be long enough to get your nail to stay on to your finger. And it also, if you guys have a little bit of glue that kind of comes out the side, you can use the nail file that's included in the package to just kind of take the glue off. You could also use a little bit of the nail polish remover. Just be careful not to get it all over the top part of the nail because you don't want the finish to come off. So then I'm just going to continue to glue my nails on. Again, try to just keep your glue in the center and then take your nail and press it down and hold it for about 10 seconds. And I do leave the little long tips on. You can see the little tabs that are on the nail. I leave those on until I'm done with that hand, because if you try to twist them off, they may make your nail kind of come loose. And here's just kind of an up close version of me gluing the nail on and then holding it on for about 10 seconds. And then I'm going to go ahead and remove the little tabs. The tabs also have numbers on them, so you can kind of see what numbers fit on your fingers best and match it to the other hand. So now I'm just going to finish this hand off, and it does help to go ahead and take your tabs off while you're gluing on the opposite hand. And then once I have them all glued on, I'm just going to go ahead and take that nail file that's provided again with the little kit after I pull the tabs off, because there's kind of maybe a little bit of a rough edge on the ends of your tips. So you can take that little nail file and just very gently kind of file the ends of those tips off. Sometimes there's that little funny tab left on there, and then sometimes there's not. So that step is kind of optional. And then once they're all finished, I go in with a little bit of pampering routine, and my son and his girlfriend got me this Love hand cream lotion from Bath & Body. It smells so delicious. It's aromatherapy and it is so yummy. And I just go ahead and use that all over my hands to make them soft again. I always do this step afterwards because if you do it first, you don't want your nails to kind of be oily. And then I'm just adding my little Walmart bracelet. I got it at Walmart for about $4. I found this ring at a garage sale for 50 cents. And then the other ring is my wedding ring. And here they are. I think they come out really, really beautiful. These do stay on for about 5 to 6 days with all of my crafting, which is really good. And then just to take them off, they'll kind of start coming loose after about 5 or 6 days, and you can just peel them off very easily. Next, I'm sharing with you my makeup routine. Okay, so I am using the Maybelline Dewy Smooth Normal to Dry. It has sunscreen in it, foundation. And so put some foundation on my little sponge and I start just blotting it on here. And make sure that you blend all the way underneath your neck and try not to stress out about all your imperfections because we've all got them. Okay, so now I have my foundation on and I'm just going to start on my eyes. And so I have a little makeup brush and then the Maybelline Soft Pearl. I get this at Walmart. And I just want to take my brush and I get some eyeshadow on there and then I kind of tap it off to get any of that fallout off. So I'm just going to dab it on here and I usually do about 2 coats of this. And it's got some shimmer to it. So a little trick that I learned was to use a little bit of shimmer on your bottom eyelids if you're just a little bit older. Supposedly that's allowed in the beauty world. But again, I am not any kind of beauty guru. Now this is my favorite palette. It is the Too Faced Sweet Peach. I love this palette. So I'm gonna go in with the Georgia and I'm gonna go ahead and do underneath my eyebrow. It has a little bit of color, kind of a little bit of peach to it. The next color I want to use is the Candied Peach, and I'm going to use that in my crease. Okay, then I'm going to go in with the Summer Yum. I also use a lot of the puree. And I'm going to come kind of over here to the corner and then move back up into the crease. The lighter brush, and I'm going to blend this all out because I don't want it to be any kind of harsh line there. And then I take this kind of smaller fine brush and I'm gonna dip it in this Tempting color. And I'm just gonna kind of fill in my eyebrows. I do have a little eyebrow brush. I'm gonna brush them up. There's the eyebrows. So now I'm going to do my eyeliner, and this is ACURE Black Magic. This is a liquid eyeliner, and I just tap it on. Okay, and so because I have like some lines on my eyelids to just kind of smooth it over, I'm just going to take my little skinny brush and I dabbed it in a little bit of this really dark, it's called Tempting, and I'm just going to take and I'm going to smooth it over, and then that way y'all won't see the wrinkles in my eyes. And then I go in a little bit underneath my eye with just a regular eyeliner, and this is CoverGirl Ink It in black ink, and I just put a tiny bit underneath my eyes. I do like to go in with the Age Rewind. This is Dark Circles Age Rewind, and I just get this stuff at Walmart, except for the peach palette. I add some concealer. I have really dark circles underneath my eyes, so I do want to try to conceal those. So I have the L'Oreal True Matte powder, and I like to put mine on with a brush, and I'm just dabbing away. So I usually use the Maybelline Great Lash Mascara, but I did get this Tarte Man Eater mascara in my Ipsy bag, so I've been loving it. And so I'm just going to go ahead and put some mascara on. Okay, and then I have some CoverGirl, just kind of a pink blush, and then I'm going to go in there with some of that. I want to switch to a bronzer for summer, but right now I'm just using what I have. So this is my real life routine. A little bit up here. And then I do have, this is a Natural Radiance Booster. It's like a little bit of bronzer and highlighter, I think. And I'll link the makeup products, or I'll put what I'm using in the description box, and hopefully that will help. And then I'm going to go ahead and set it one more time with some powder, and then I'll share with y'all how I do my hair. All right, I hope that helped y'all. Oh, I forgot to do my lips. Okay, let's see. I use a lot of products that come in my Ipsy bag. So I have this lip liner in Plum. I don't want it to be that dark, and so I'm gonna go in with this Balm Jour. Let that dry for a sec, and then I'm gonna go over it with like a little bit of lip gloss. All right, let me share with you guys how I do. Okay guys, so hopefully you can see the amount of gray I have right through here. I kind of just have this little patch here. So I'm going to use the Madison Reed hair color, and I will link the color down below. Note, I am not a hairstylist guru, beauty guru, anything. I'm a mom who likes to craft, but I also color my hair at home. So just hopefully this will help one of you guys or some of you guys. I like their color because it's really a lot more natural. So anyway, I am just going to be touching up my roots, and hopefully it comes out good. It has like an undertone of a little bit of red, so cross my fingers this goes well, guys. So now I want to share with you guys how I do my DIY salon hair color at home. I use the Madison Reed hair color kit in the Bolzano brown. They send a cap and gloves and everything you need to mix up your color. I also want to let you know that they have a coupon code. It's Olivia123 to get 15% off your first hair color kit purchase, and also free shipping. They also want to give away one of my viewers a color kit, and I will link all of the details of that giveaway below. It's super easy, and I really encourage you all to try out this hair color because it is amazing and so much more natural than the hair dye box kits that you buy at Walmart. Okay, so I'm just going to do my roots, and I just kind of go to town. I start on this gray spot right here. Every time I color my hair, I always get just a little bit tiny nervous. I don't know why. Like, I've done it a million times now, but I always am worried that I'm going to end up coloring like some weird part of my skin. And it never happens. So I've actually been coloring my hair at home for, oh gosh, years now. So now I'm just continuing to add color to my roots. I only colored my roots in this session, so I only used one bottle of color. I will tell you, the first time I used the Madison Reed hair color, I didn't leave it on my gray long enough, so it didn't completely cover like I wanted it to, but they were so nice, and they sent me out another color kit for me to try again. They're really personable and really helpful, and I even got daring and added a tiny bit of red to my brown color. Oh, also I recommend like cleaning. I always get it kind of back over behind my ear, so. This time around, I left the color on for the right amount of time, and I felt like the results were really beautiful. It covered my gray perfectly. I really love how the smell of this color is nowhere as toxic as the Walmart brand, so I really recommend it if you guys like to color your hair at home. Now I'm going to share with you how I cut my hair. I colored it a couple of days ago. I was just very busy, so I didn't have a chance to cut it. So this is how I cut it. I just brush it out really good, and I usually like to do this after I wash it or it's kind of wet. So, but I've done it with it being dry as well. I might actually wet just a little bit of it just to get my ends to kind of calm down because it has been curled. So I just take a pair of scissors from Walmart. This is the Oster brand. I did get it just a tiny bit wet on the ends. You can see I got water on my shirt. So, and then I just take a hair pony, and what I want to do is I want to brush it all forward, basically. So I'm going to brush it all forward, and then I'm going to put it into like a ponytail. I'm just going to put it into a ponytail right here, and that's going to be my first layer. So I'm going to cut probably like 3 layers. So it's just going to be like a loose ponytail right here. And I cut my hair not too long ago, so I don't want to cut like a whole super ton. So I'm just going to take my scissors. I'm cutting about probably ½ an inch. And then, so I'll trim it straight across, and then I'll kind of come through with my scissors and just kind of give it another little trim here. I'm kind of cutting up. So there's kind of the first layer, and I do have this trash bag that I laid down kind of over my sink so I don't get it everywhere. Okay, so that's kind of the first layer there. Okay, and then I'm going to take that out.
And I'm just gonna kind of brush it out. And for the next layer, I usually come in about right here above my ears, pull it up, and then I'm gonna leave this part down underneath, and I'm just going to flip this part over again. So I'm just ponying it again right there, and then I'm going to take about another ½ inch. I kind of cut straight across, and then I just go in and I try to thin it out just a little bit by cutting up. Just to kind of shake it out and get some of that hair out of there. Okay, so that's my second layer, and you can see right there it's kind of creating that layer. And then I think I'm going to do one more layer. Okay, so for the third layer, I'm just going to come right in through here, and I'm going to pony it one more time to get my third layer. And I usually only do about 3 layers. I'm going to cut about another ½ inch here. Just kind of shake it out. Oh, that was a lot of hair cutting. That should give me another little layer there. And that's, for me, is good. So that's going to keep my hair nice and long, but it's also going to give me some layers around my, you know, you guys can use a curling iron, you could use a straightener. I'm super lazy and I use hot rollers, so but that's how I do my layers. And I'm going to go ahead and add some curls. So I just kind of find my part right here, and then I've got my trusty hot rollers. I like to start with the largest hot roller at the top. So I'm going to take this big chunk right here. I'm going to add a hot roller. I always do the large hot rollers around my face because I don't want it to be too curly around my face. I want it to be more like loose curls. So I do the larger ones to frame my face, and then I'm going to come in with just a couple smaller ones, and these can be the smaller ones because this is the longer part of my hair, and so the curl doesn't hold as well underneath. So I'll just throw in a couple of these. Doesn't have to be perfect, y'all. These sit for a couple minutes and then we'll style it. Okay, so I've let these sit in for about 10 minutes and we'll see how they're looking. I think that looks pretty cute. I'm just going to take them out, and this is kind of the lazy person's way to curling your hair. Okay, now I'm going to get my little comb here, and I usually take this little section right up here and I'll just back comb it just a tiny bit to kind of give it a little bit of volume. Take it right here and kind of give it a little back comb, and then it'll just kind of fall down a little bit. Ooh, I got some curls bouncing. And then I've just got this Tresemme hairspray, and I'm just going to spray a tiny bit on the ends. Alright, and there you kind of have it. Okay, so for my facial cleanser, I'm using this Daily Cream Facial Cleanser. Get this on the Grove Collaborative website, and it's called Say Yes Carrots Nourishing. So for my nighttime cream, I use this Burt's Bees Skin Nourishment Night Cream.
So thank you all so much for joining me on this fun DIY adventure. I hope you guys had fun watching me get out of my comfort zone and sharing some of my beauty tips and tricks with you all. Thank you guys so much for everybody that commented and requested this video, because I hope that it just helps somebody else out there. So I hope you guys get some tips and tricks. Comment and let me know. Do you do your DIY hair and beauty routine at home as well? There's definitely nothing wrong with getting pampered at the salon. I love salon visits as well. But when you're cramped for time and money, this is definitely a great route. So anyway, if you guys are new, I would love to have you subscribe and be part of this fun adventure. I love to do a ton of DIY projects. Everything to do with heart, family, and home is what I'm all about. So I thank you truly for everybody that has popped on here that wants to leave a comment. I love reading all of your comments. It truly makes my heart sparkle and shine. You guys are amazing, truly the best. I just want to hug all of you. So thank you all so much. Until the next video, we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.